Hey everybody, it's Doug Green and I'm the publisher of Technology Reseller News, and welcome back to another edition of Pots and Shots. Jake Jacoby, thank you for joining us again of TELCLOUD.
Yeah, thanks, Doug. Good to be here.
And we have a special guest, Chris Young, CEO of Smartel. Chris, thank you for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
So in this episode, we're now talking about collaboration and connectivity that redefine telecom partnerships. And Chris, can you start by introducing what Smartel is and your role in major problem solving?
Yeah, Smartel is a mobile solutions provider and wireless expense management company. We're based in Denver, and we've been around for 23 years now. And we're focused on trying to provide the right solution to our customers and forming the correct strategic partnerships with our network to make sure we're bringing the right solution to the customer and doing it at a cost-effective way and an efficient way, and that's our focus.
And you guys at Smartel, as long as I've heard of you guys, have a reputation for simplifying complex wireless ecosystems. So what are the key levers you focus on to help customers reduce costs, streamline operations, and improve service?
Yeah, I think the key is you've got to have good technology and good tools to be able to ingest data and make good decisions for your customers, make good recommendations. Again, surrounding yourself with good strategic partners, because nobody can really be an expert in everything. So, but you've got to be a lot of things to your customers and overall be a good trusted advisor. And ultimately, we're trying to create a value and an ROI for our customers so that they can do more projects. You've got to, I think a key to that is in terms of streamlining operations is you've got to have a good centralized management platform so they have visibility and access to their devices and their network, and we can do monitoring and troubleshooting and provisioning and reporting, and that all becomes automated. And then having like standardized policies for security and compliance and configuration. All those things are really important to reduce costs and have a streamlined operation and as far as improving service, again, remote monitoring to reduce downtime on the network. And then we really preach to have a really good, knowledgeable customer service team. And when you're responsive and you're thorough, it really makes for a happy and a long-term customer.
So how does Smartel's mission of making connectivity work better and cost less align with TELCLOUD, what TELCLOUD is doing in the POTS replacement and modern telecom space? Jake, I guess that question is for you, actually.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So Smartel is a fantastic partner. We built TELCLOUD obviously to be the back end solution for POTS line replacement, but organizations like Smartel are perfect partners, right? So they're doing their work, they're working with their customers, they're uncovering what the real costs of telecom are for these customers, right? And so part of it is not only uncovering that cost, and again, as we all know, in POTS lines in general, the cost is very high. And sometimes these audits that they're doing uncover that those POTS lines aren't even used anymore, right? And so there's new ways to save them money. But ultimately, those POTS lines that are required for the business to run, one, are expensive, two, like in past episodes, are going away. So the partnership here allows Smartel to bring with TELCLOUD a solution that is going to lower cost for their organizations, as well as provide a long-term service and viability for that service that the customer needs for a very long time. So being able to partner with organizations like Smartel allow us to bring that solution to the customer together.
This is a very interesting moment in time for this podcast. We're very near the end of the year. We are also near the end of an era with the sunset of POTS, and we're at the beginning of the era with AI being assisted in so many different applications. So I want to see if you guys can give me an what does this all look like? You guys are participating in the sunset of replacement of POTS, but it seems like you're telling me there's more to it than that that's an opportunity to do other things.
Yeah. Chris, you want to go first and then I'll maybe jump in?
Sure. Yeah, I will say, we work on a lot of different solutions. We try to bring a robust uh, portfolio of solutions to our customers rather than just selling connectivity. You've got to be well rounded, and you've got to be educated and versed with the customer and all the technologies. POTS it's a really hot product right now, and I mean, anybody we pick up a phone and talk to, they are interested in talking to us about it. So, um, having that knowledge, again, having a great strategic partner like TELCLOUD in this enables us to go out and really help our customers. And then, of course, there's many other solutions that they might be looking at. So we kind of try to be that trusted advisor to our customer. And so they'll come to us for other projects. And if we have good project management, and again, we're thorough and responsive and knowledgeable and bringing the right partners to the table, it really helps us to, create a much larger customer base and a much larger stable of use cases. And POTS is kind of our leading go-to right now.
And Chris, I want to stick with that for a second. Jake and I have done a number of these podcasts. We keep on talking about it as an opportunity. How does that really play out in the field? Are you really experiencing, you go to a customer, they weren't even maybe aware that they had a POTS replacement issue, but you ended up with a much wider relationship after that?
Yeah, absolutely. Like I said, I mean, POTS seems to be the hot button for almost every customer we're talking to. So we've got a lot of customers we've had for 5, 10, 15 years in expense management. And the minute we mention POTS, they're like, what do you have? We need that. We're partnered with the different wireless carriers, and their reps are asking us, what do you have for POTS? It's just a really, it's a hot button for everybody, and everybody's got to address it sooner or later if they haven't yet. And so we're getting a lot of traction in that space. And then that just leads to other opportunities, whether it's, edge computing, tablet connectivity, you name it. More and more things come up. But right now we're leading with POTS because it gets us in the door and opens it up to a lot of other opportunities as well.
I think you're finding that too.
Yeah, I think that's a great point, right? Is that, POTS is a hot button right now. There's a need, there's a lot of pain there. They need, somebody to come in and advise and help. And like I said, we talked on one of the last podcasts that, a lot of these organizations, they haven't had to deal with this for the last 20 years, right? They just bought POTS lines, paid the bill. And, so all of a sudden, this isn't something they do every day, right? They don't go audit their POTS lines, right? And so these are going away. There's a problem. It's very expensive. So an organization like Smartel can help guide them through that, uncover these spends and these down lines and things like that, bring organization to it, right? And then uncover many more opportunities, right? So a lot of times we're putting in a POTS, POTScast device along with 5G connectivity. Well, that opens the door for what else can we do for you? Connectivity? Is there SD-WAN? Is there, how's your backup? Just, across the board, advising this, this partner of theirs on how they can help and how they can create efficiencies and cost savings, right? So we are one piece of the puzzle to a Smartel, but we could be that tip of the spear that gets them in the door or unlocks that other opportunities. And just because POTS is hot today, the service is going to be required for the next 20 years, right? So you may get a Smartel in the door or uncover an opportunity, but it creates recurring revenue and a service need for that customer for many years to come.
So it sounds to me like POTS replacement is really upgrade. It's technology upgrade.
It is, yeah.
And
I'd say again, I think we've talked about this on the past. We're not just trying to replace, we're trying to do better than, enhance, right? Make it better, than what it was, right? So a single copper line has worked for a very long time. It's been very reliable. So we have to meet and exceed that standard. And that's what we do at TELCLOUD. And that's why we partner with, organizations like Smartel to ultimately help the customer, because the customer doesn't really care at the end of the day about the technology. We see that, right? They have a need. That need is they need the service and they need cost control on it, right? So our organizations coming together can help with that.
Well, Jake, it's that time of the podcast. It's the shots part, and it is 5 o'clock Friday somewhere in the world. Somewhere it is when you're watching this series of podcasts. We are for those who are watching this for the first time, we're taking a tour of the world's greatest tequilas. So, Jake, what do you have for us today?
So I have a very special tequila. You probably have heard of the brand Don Julio. Don Julio has a very large range of different tequilas. Some that are, the regular Don Julio Blanco, you can pretty much find in any bar. But today, and then their very high end is Don Julio 1942. This is called Don Julio Ceniza. So it is an extra añejo. It is very difficult to find. I am obsessed with it. It tastes amazing. It's a sipping tequila. I am going to send both of you this bottle so that we can all share this and take a drink off camera together. But this is it is aged in an oak barrel, but they charred the barrel. So what that does is it makes a very dark flavor, has a little bit of smokiness, not smokiness like a mezcal would have, but a tequila with a little bit of smoke in it. Very, very smooth, aged. It's called Don Julio Ceniza. I think I'm pronouncing it correctly, but it's fantastic. It's what it looks like. It looks like the regular Don Julio. Now, remember in another episode, we talked about Don Julio 70, which is an aged tequila, but it's charcoal filtered. So think of this as like an aged tequila, no filtering. So you've got that very dark color. I don't know if you can kind of see it in the bottle, but it's a darker tequila. But it's fantastic.
Darker. It's not clear. It's
no,
dark.
Not clear at all. It's pretty dark, and I think I know you'll enjoy it. So my gift to you guys, and it will be arriving any day. So
all right. Well, I hope all of our listeners are able to join us by buying their own. Yes. Of course, we're not telling anybody anything to do. We're giving technology recommendations, but it's a wonderful education also to learn about these wonderful things. So, Chris, I really want to thank you for being a guest on this series and actually giving us a look at the outside world, outside of the world that Jake and I have been discussing about the real world experiences that you guys at Smartel have. Where can we learn more about Smartel?
Well, you can go to our website at smartelinc.com, and that'll tell you all about our services and what we're doing there. And just, we have lots of sales reps and agents out in the field. So feel free to look us up. We'd love to have a conversation with you. And thanks for having me. I appreciate it. And Jake, thanks for the tequila. I'm really looking forward to trying that because I'm a big tequila fan.
Good.
Jake,
I know
thank
you
you
are.
in advance. And
yes.
Jake, where can we learn more about TELCLOUD and your POTS Solutions program?
Yes, absolutely. At TELCLOUD.com, or you can give us a call at 844-900-2270. We'd love to partner with you. Thank you, Chris, and for the partnership. It's been fantastic. We look forward to helping many more customers, uncover these, high spends and find a solution that's going to work for them for many years to come. And again, thank you, Doug, for, the platform. We appreciate it.
Thank you very much indeed, gentlemen.